Hello, hello, crafty friends. How is everyone doing? I think T is still finishing up some of her cards, so I'll give it a few seconds for her to finish up. But in the meantime, I do want to excuse myself for my voice. I am under the weather, so I'm just trying to make it through this part of the hop. I have not been watching the rest of the hop. I took a nap after my live this morning and it was more than a nap, friends. I slept from about 11 this morning Pacific time to about 15 minutes ago. So, yes, Barbara, I did rest. I just know that this cold is going to take me down for the count for a few days, but it's okay. Just reminds me I'm alive. Oh, I did get some rest and I did take some medicine. So, today, friends, I prepared a few sketches and I'm using the November 2025 bonus printable. I called dibs on it as soon as it came out with the team. And what I told the team was, I'm a December baby. But then I thought, I know I'm not the only December baby. So I said, not only am I the December baby, but I have my anniversary in December as well. And I have a, grandchild, all the things in December. So I got to use this. So you'll see I've already cut all my pieces and cut apart little bits from the cover page too. So I don't waste any of the bonus printable. See how you get the images in smaller form on the cover page? Well, I use those smaller pieces. I usually fussy cut them or die cut them with a small circle or something and use those on my cards as well. So I didn't print every page this time around. I was very deliberate about which pages I printed. So let me put these aside. And that's the lovely thing about digital papers and images. You can print just what you need. You don't have to print the whole thing. Okay, so my plan is to do sketches 1, 6, 7, 12, and 13. I don't know if I'll get them all done, but we'll see. So, oh, you made dinner for your grand. Good for you. I just ate leftovers. I had to get a quick bite before I got on here. So let's get started right away. Let's just dig right into it since I thought I would. I got these prepped before I got sick and I thought, oh, I can do 5, no problem. Not knowing I wouldn't be feeling great. Okay, so here is sketch number 1. Now, excuse me. This one I actually used on the cover page. Let me see if I can share the screen with the cover page. Give me 1 second. Because you can use that cover page, guys. I know a lot of times we don't use it. We just think, oh, that's the cover. So, but you see the squares that are your sampling of the digital papers? I use those. I cut those out for my um, sketch number 1, and I thought that would be perfect. See all these right here. So I use those. I used a little square die I had, and that's what I'm using for my card. Okay, back to my screen. Okay, so I did cut everything out, got everything ready. So let's try getting our card done today. And just a reminder, friends, if you're not part of Kendra's Patreon, really, it is such a wonderful benefit to be a Patreon member because, so for example, the VIP members, they have access to all the past sketches and all the past bonus printables. Other levels have some access, so I think it's let me look. It's the official tier gets 1 year of previous challenges and bonus printables. The all access gets 2 years, but the VIPs, friends, they get all of them, every single one. And I think that's amazing because sometimes, you'll think, oh, I remember there was this digital download, but I didn't save it on my computer. I didn't download it. Let me see if I can go find it. And so then you can if you're a VIP member. And then you also get, as a VIP member, you get my brain's not working. It's foggy. It's the mystery card kits, which are just chock full of goodies, and I love those because you get papers that you don't necessarily have in your stash. So Kendra fills them up with all kinds of goodies, and I think that's wonderful. I don't know how Kendra doesn't run out of goodies to send. She is amazing. But you know, I have to say, anyone that teaches is amazing. So thank you, Kendra, for everything you do for our crafty community, keeping us going, keeping us crafty. And I'm using, you would think I would use liquid glue for these smaller pieces, but when you're using like a metallic paper, the liquid glue takes forever to dry, forever and a day. So because these squares, the square die I used are a little bit smaller than what calls for on the sketch, I decided to do a little matte layer for them. So that's what you see me doing here. Okay. My husband, poor thing, didn't even want to wake me up. And I woke up startled because I thought, oh no, I missed my turn. And he said, did you wake up just because you had to go live? And I said, well, no, I woke up because I was hungry, but I also have to go live, share the pretty cards and the pretty bonus printables with my crafty friends. And even my son said, Mom, you sound horrible. Tell them you can't do it. And I was like, nope, that's not how I roll. Okay. Lots of little squares. I think this will probably be the one that takes me the longest to complete because of all the little squares, and I'm adding that matte layer. But I think it'll be okay. Oh, and I'm not even paying attention to the chat, you guys. I'm sorry. Let me go back and look at the chat for just a second. Yeah, I wanted to use those little squares because I always use the little images, but I thought the little squares would be great. You've been using Kendra's email to get to the lives. I thought, oh, you know what? I might not have added the playlist, but I bet everybody else did in their description box because there's a playlist to today's lives, to the hop. I'll have to check if I did that because I wasn't quite awake, I don't think. And I know when I tested this out, I had them laid out in a specific order. There we go, because I didn't want two of the darker papers next to each other. Now this one I can use liquid glue for because the back of it is just like this craft cardstock. All right. So we're going to just kind of guess at where I'm laying them and hope they come out okay. Sometimes I wonder when I'm crafting with a migraine or being sick, how do my cards actually look? But you know what? I think when you give a handmade card, you're not going to get any judgment from anyone. They're just grateful to get something handmade. Okay. Whoopsie. So let me know in the chat, you guys, how many of you are a patron to Kendra? I'd be interested to know that. She always comes up with the most amazing, and I don't know how she does it. It baffles my mind how she comes up with these amazing sketches. And then the bonus printables are gorgeous. And those are just like some of the perks. So other perks for her, quite a bit, you could think of the word Patreon membership for the VIP is, I mean, you get some support, you know, if you have some questions from Kendra, some support from Kendra. You get early access to her D-stashes, so that's amazing. You get, like I mentioned, that monthly mystery card kit. And then you also get a crafty live stream with Kendra and a handmade card from Kendra. I have all the cards she has sent me. They're so pretty. They are so, so pretty. Okay. So let's see. How did I do lining those up? Yeah, not bad. Then we can add our little mouse here. So cute. But yeah, I would really recommend being one of her patrons. Yeah, it didn't line up great. But then this little let it snow, I think I'll just put it down here in the corner. And I was gonna try and pop up some of my elements, but I think I'd just be happy to get them done without even popping things up. All right, so here is card sketch number 1. What do you think? Not bad, huh? We used up all the little squares on the cover page. It's an amazing value. Just the fact that you get that mystery card kit, that alone is worth the membership. Yes, woot woot to all Patreon members. Okay, so let's get on to our next card. Excuse me. I'm so sorry if I'm going to be coughing, but I can't stop and mute every time I cough because I'll be on mute most of the time. So let's do card sketch number 6. And this one is a lot easier. You really only have 2 pieces of pattern paper there. And you're kind of cut at a diagonal, which I love those diagonal cuts. Okay. And a reminder, when you're doing card sketches, whether it be Kendra's or anyone else's, card sketches are really a jumping off point. You can change them up. For example, on sketch 1, it didn't have that little circle sentiment that I added, but you can add it. Not a big deal. You can change the sizes of some of the embellishments. You can rotate the card to be a different direction. You know, just make it your own. Have fun with it. It's meant to just kind of provide some crafty inspiration so that you can get crafting. Yeah, I like that. This is one of the sentiments that was on that full sentiment sheet. It says every snowflake is unique just like you. Let's see. I'm going to kind of follow this angle. Okay. This will go there. This will go there. Okay, okay. Because when I put together my pieces, my sketches, I do put them in those plastic sleeves. And I put them kind of in the order I want things to be. But sometimes they get jumbled up. Let me see. Yeah. And then, see, I cut that circle background layer from this matte layer. And did I cut this down? I did not. I knew it. I always like a little bit of the white border to show. So let me trim this down just a bit. In that way, we have that showing here. We'll still have a matte layer here and then some of the white border showing on the card face. Right? Alrighty. How am I doing on time, guys? Oh, not bad. About halfway through with my time, and I'm about halfway through with my cards. A little less than half. Might have to pick up the pace here. We'll see. Okay. Which means I'm not going to pop things up on foam tape right now. But there we go. There is sketch number 6. I love the cute little mouse here. It's such a cute little image. Okay, that is number 6. Let's go on to sketch number 7. Okay. Do, do, do. Sketch number 7. See how they're kind of laid out how I want them, more or less. So here, again, I used a little circle die I had to cut out these smaller snowflakes that were on that cover page. And then I cut on a larger circle the some of the digital paper. Okay, let's start doing this. I'm going to go ahead and move these off of there. Oops. Attach this to some of that silver cardstock. Okay. Then I'll attach this square to the pattern paper behind it. And I'm going to have to go back and watch all my crafty friends, their replays, because like I said, I was napping. I was knocked out cold with this sinus infection. Okay, then this one is going on that mat of silver as well. So let's get that attached. Right? Did I cut it right? Maybe I didn't cut it right. Let's see. Yeah, not bad. Okay, so then that's going to go up here. Okay. Oh, no, no, no. Take that back. It wasn't supposed to be a matte layer. Oh, take it back, take it back. Let me take this off. This I was going to put down here as just a sentiment. Right at the bottom. This is what's grounding our circles right there. Okay. And I'm not making it with the fishtail ends like on the sketch. I just left it straight. And I'm bringing it down a little bit, not right in the center. And here we go with our liquid glue one more time for getting the snowflakes onto the pattern paper. I'm still good on time. I think I will get all 5 done. I think I will. I think I can. I think I can. And I also thought about adding one of the cute little images on here, but I didn't want to detract from all the pretty snowflakes, so I just left it with all the snowflakes. But you could have fussy cut some of those tiny images and put them on here too. I almost did that. So like from the page, the cover page, see, you could have fussy cut some of these little images and put them on there. That would have been cute. Okay, then our circles are going here, right? Okay. 1, 2. Kind of sounded like that owl that counts how many licks on a lollipop to get to the center. Anybody remember that commercial? Or am I dating myself? Okay, 1, 2, 3. And now add this to our card base. Loving it. I was going to add a silver matte layer behind here too, but then I thought that might be too much. Excuse me. All right. Here's, oh, thank you, Kendra. You're so sweet. Thank you, my friend. Okay, so here's sketch 7, friends. Isn't that cute? Okay. Next, we're going to do sketch 12. And here I did cut out, look, I fussy cut some of these little snowmen. Can you see? Let me try and get it up close. So that took some patience, some fussy cutting patience. And I got my card base dirty. Oh, where's my eraser? Sometimes I wonder how I get my things dirty. I don't know. Okay, let's put this one together. I figure if it takes me 5 minutes to do this one and 5 minutes to do the last one, that's it. My time's up. And then you can head over to see what Lala creates. She is amazing too. Like, I love watching all my crafty friends. Unfortunately, Lala, I'm going to watch you on replay, my friend, like everybody else. Kendra, I cut them before I was feeling sick. If I had to cut them right now, there's no way I would have cut those tiny little images. But I did cut them before I started feeling under the weather. Okay. This is going to go down here. And then we'll add our little banner here. Fishtail ends. And I left this just on the white card base. I could have embossed that or done some ink blending back there or used a matte layer of colored cardstock, but I decided to leave some white showing. And then you see how on the sketch it has these 3 star embellishments? That's what I cut out my 3 snowmen for. But what did I do with my sentiment? Oh no. Oh, it's over here. I thought I forgot. I cut out the hello winter. I'm always losing things on my craft desk. Always. If I didn't lose one piece or another, it wouldn't be a regular crafty session for Yvette. Trim that down just a bit. So the borders are a little more even. Then we'll set that down. Again, trying to follow the sketch. I'm trying to be real good. I'm sure I'll feel better. My son had this. He's on the tail end of it. Took him about 4 or 5 days to get better. So I'm on day 2 of feeling really yucky. So I figure I've got 2 more days to go. Hopefully, they'll go quickly. And at least it's not during the week of Christmas, right? And my brother's sick too. I told my mom, well, that was our birthday present to ourselves because he's also a December birthday. Our birthdays are just a few days apart. So we feel each other's pain of the Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday. You get one gift. All right, here is sketch number 12. Not bad, huh? That one was fast. That one was fast. And then this one's going to be a little more time consuming because of the squares again. So sketch 13. And here I fussy cut one of the larger images. Isn't that adorable? So cute. And then I fussy cut around this sentiment. So I used the same little square die I had to cut out some more squares. And then I used another piece of the digital paper. Okay, so this is going, that goes up there. You go there, there, huh, and there. And I only printed, I think 3 of the digital papers, 3 or 4, I don't remember. Okay, so then our little image will go there and our sentiment will go down here. And this is what I usually do. I kind of do a test run, a dry run, and make sure everything's going to fit and that everything's going to work in the, as far as coordinating my pattern paper. So that's just how I do it. And then I go and add all my adhesive. I think I need to add more liquid glue to that gun. When it starts to run out, it starts to act fussy with me and not squeeze out as easily as it usually does, but still better than squeezing on the glue bottle. Okay. Alrighty. Now, have I been the only one that used this bonus printable? Like I said, I haven't had a chance to watch anybody else. I know we kind of, in the background, agree on what we're going to use, but because we want to share like different ones, so you're not seeing the same thing over and over and over again. I like to spread the wealth, the crafty wealth. Oh, it's such a cute cat. Is it a cheetah? A white cheetah? Or leopard? A white leopard. All right. Let's get this layered up and finished. How am I doing? Okay, I got 4 minutes. I'm okay. I'm okay. Not bad. And then this one, did I trim it down? I did not. Let me trim it. Okay. And we'll get this over. And attached. Now I should have a redirect set up, so when I finish here, it should automatically redirect you to Lala. So hopefully that works. Never know with YouTube. Sometimes it's a little finicky and doesn't want to cooperate with what we want it to do. Let's see, and I'll show you all 4 cards. I have time to show you all 5. Why did I say 4? All 5 cards before I finish up with my time with you. Okay. So there's, let me zoom out a little bit. There we go. There's sketch 13. Here is sketch 12. Here is sketch 7. Let me scooch over. Hopefully I can fit them all. Here is sketch 6. And here is sketch 1. Let me scooch, get them all on screen, maybe, or maybe just zoom out a little bit more. Whoops, wrong way. And you can see the mess that is my desk. Alrighty, friends, what do you think? Yay! I got them done. I got them done. So let me just kind of do a quick recap of your VIP benefits, friends. If you're a VIP member to Kendra's Patreon, you get patron-only updates and inspiration. You get general support from Kendra, and that's across all tiers, those two. Early access to D-Stash sales, that's also across all. Now, for access to previous challenges, you have access to all her previous challenges. None of the other tiers have that. You have access to all of her previous digital downloads, her bonus printables. None of the other tiers have that. Um, you get a printer-friendly version of the PDF. You get early access to the newest challenge. So if you're a VIP patron, you'll get early access to Challenge 21, which is coming up soon. And let's see, you get a monthly mystery card kit, which is chock full of goodies. You get a handmade card from Kendra. You get a live stream with Kendra every quarter, some chances to win additional prizes, and you get a shout out on her challenge videos. Alrighty, friends, I did it. I finished 5 cards in 30 minutes. Now, is it really finishing 5 cards if I had everything prepped? I'm going to say yes, because I got them all put together correctly. And considering the brain fog I have right now, that was a feat. Alrighty, friends, I am going to sign off, and it should redirect you over to Lala. Have fun, friends. Bye.